To our YouTube channel. My name is Martin Dean and I'm here with Trudy Kitui. Na leo tumepatana na one of your favorite cop. This is a cop that has been trending all over the internet, na mmejua pala amesimamia Wakenya, pia ametetea Wakenya, ametetea ndugu zao pale, maaskari wenzake. So tukaona tumpate kidogo, tupige story kidogo, tujue anaendelea aje, alafu from there tuendelee. Mkubwa,
salama sana.
Uko aje?
Niko salama. My name is Hiram Kimadi. Nimezaliwa side ya Meru, and I thank God. Been serving in the National Police Service for the last 13 years. It has been a journey, a good one. Siwezi complain sana. To the viewers wenye wanatuwatch mahali wako sahi, nataka niwaambie afande Kimo anawapenda sana. Hata nyinyi mko hapa nawapenda sana. All that we are trying to advocate ni kuleta trust, kurudisha trust between the citizens and the police. Tunajua kwamba we are coming from the same background ambayo ni Kenya. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Na nashukuru Mungu mmeni-invite.
Exactly.
Ndini is a big thing in the internet.
Yeah. And
so for you kunipatia this chance to come and sit down with you and we have a conversation, I think this is an honor to me.
Karibu sana.
Nashukuru Mungu.
Na maybe tuambie, Kim ni mtu ameoleka, ameoa, ako na bibi na watoto, ama bado anatafuta?
Okay, Kim ni mtu ameoa, and I have 2 children. Nashukuru Mungu. My firstborn is 8 years. He's a son that I love so much. Na kasichana kangu ni saika kwa 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Na we thank God.
Maybe before we go deeper into your work, Afande, let know how you found yourself in police service. How did you find yourself?
Okay, in the service.
Yeah.
Is another good question. How did I find myself in the service? I think one thing that there is this aspect of if you have to join the service, you have to go through maybe corruption, maybe of uwe na mtu maybe unajua mahali. And I can remember it was on 2012 December. 2012 December tulikuwa na synod. Mimi nimezaliwa ina Catholic setup, lakini mimi ni mtu napenda Protestant sana. So mimi unaweza nipata in any church whereby the gospel is God. So we went for a camp. Kaenda pale tukamaliza, nimemaliza shule, nimefanya makosi yangu pale, and sijapata chance ya kupata job. So what happened, there is a good friend of mine ambaye ni mayangu mwenye sahi amebaki like a father to us because our dad passed on last year. So akaenda, ametoka tu kuuza maziwa yake mahali tu kwa town, na akakuwa kuna rafiki yake anajua. So huyo rafiki yake, there is another big brother of his, pia anafanya kazi in the government. So walikuwa na zile government slots. So ndio naambiwa, you just bring your papers, we see if tunaweza jaribu police work. I can tell you 100%. I have been raised in a background where we have military officers, police officers, but it hasn't been like ni kitu nilikuwa nimetamani kufanya. Unaona, so it came in as a calling. Unaona, so nikapata hiyo chance and I joined the training, nikatumwa kazi, and that is how I found myself in the National Police Service.
How has it been?
It has been a rocky journey. It hasn't been a very simple journey because police work is something that is very complex. Police work is very complex because most of the time you are dealing with high-end cases, ama criminal elements. Now, the moment you are dealing with criminal elements, unapata most of the time inakuwa very difficult for you. You may hunt someone today, kesho naye akuhunt. So it has been a very lucky kind of an environment. Plus, police work, you will do it in every corner of this nation. Right now we have people in Haiti. People are in peace missions, not Haiti only. People in Somalia right now. Cops, people even they think that it's only the military who goes for peace missions. There are a lot of police officers right now in Somalia trying to bring in to train in the Somalia police service. There are people in Burkina Faso, there are people in Congo. police work is one of the most difficult work you can ever do, because nikiangalia zile areas I've worked, I can tell you the environment is very harsh, because unaona environment yenye tuko nayo sasa Nairobi, imagine this environment in Mandera, huwezi pata, ni ngumu. Unaona the same environment in Turkana, ni ngumu. So wewe unakuwa subjected in a very harsh environment, unaona. So imekuwa ngumu sana, si ati ni kazi rahisi sana, hata even in town, unaona those street fights, street crimes ni mingi. So unaona you are dealing with people, some are armed, some are violators of the law, and you need to produce those people before the court of law. So it's not something so easy, it's not something so simple. It's a very, very complex kind of a profession.
Na maybe let us know, kuna video fulani ilikuwa na trend juzi ya askari fulani, mama fulani alipigwa pale na I don't know if you saw the video.
Yes, I saw that.
Watu wanasema that those are the people who went there without, like, what do you guys train ndio mnakuja mnakuwa nao, mnaweza shika gani, mnafanya what are these things that you guys
training Dean comprises of a lot of activities. There is physical fitness, firearms handling, kuna the law. Unaona, you have to go through the penal code, criminal procedure code. You have a lot of things to study. Most of the time I feel a lot of people saying that police officers has not gone to school, and I sit down and nacheka tu kwa sababu I know what these guys go through.
Walisema peke yake nimeenda,
wanasema mimi na bado but can I surprise you? I have people in the service who have a masters and PhD. Very learned people, colleagues of mine. So this aspect of police hawajasoma, I think is something that we need to dispute. It's a mentality that is built kwa watu sana. So kuna hiyo physical fitness, there is the law, kuna field craft and tactics, kuna every element iko pale, unaona. So most of the time, the moment you are coming in as a police officer, maybe from Kiganjo, GSU, from APS, there is a lot of training, vigorous. Inaitangwa vigorous training that you go for those 9 months. It is hell on earth. It's not something so simple. Like unazengia training with 90 kgs, you come out of the training with 55. That is the standard weight, training weight. So kila mtu anarudi 55. Unaona? So unaweza imagine what really happens during training. There is a lot of skills. Kuna time utaenda even after you are done with your basic recruit training, circuit of your training haishangi. So you will find yourself, you are in different companies or different units. When you find yourself in those units, you will find like you have to go afresh for another course. Unanielewa? Especially watu wenye wana kwa msitu sahi. People are doing those operational work. Na courses. We are being trained by people from British Army. Kuna watu from different organs of training, US. Kuna watu wana train. We have the Lake company about they do their training in Israel. We have people who are doing training in different corners of the world. So in terms of what you get from the course, the basic training course, and what you come to earn outside here, kuna vitu mingi sana you learn. A lot of things.
And what are some of the challenges that you police officers go through these days?
In the space of our work, there is a lot of challenges. One being the National Police Service. One, it's we can start with the areas we are posted. There are areas that are not even, they don't have that good environment of working. They are not conducive, because utapata mtu ako Turkana, ako Kapendo. You have seen the incidents of what happened in Kapendo. Very unfortunate. That is back 2011. And you have seen how we have lost police officers through the banditry prone areas. So most of the time, the moment you are going in those areas, you will find yourself in situations whereby you don't know ulikosea nani. Because mahali kuko prone, watu wamebeba bunduki 24/7. What do you expect? There is an exchange of guns 24/7. The Al-Shabaab now is coming in as a threat. Unaona, because of the IEDs, explosives zenye wanaweka kwa barabara. So it is coming in as a threat. So it is, challenges are very many. But I thank God most of the time police officers are equal to the task because of the training And another thing is maybe lack of support. There is no good support system. They fail us a lot of times because right now mtu wa operation area ako Mangai ama ako Ramu katikati ama Mpeketoni, those people they need maybe aerial surveillance in what they are doing. Unapata most of the time mnagongwa mahali base imekuwa attacked na you're not getting the aerial surveillance. Another challenge comes in. It's a challenge pia because I think in this nation today we must agree that you need to pay people by the work that they do. Unaona, police work is one of the most risky work you can do in this nation today because everybody is after you. Unaona din. So payment in the National Police Service, especially hardship allowances, extraneous allowances, and all those things are not in order. That we can agree. The support system is supposed even to come from the government. Like mkiwa pale, you need water boosters because maji pia ni shinda most of the arid areas. So the support system haijakuja very clean because then if I send you today in Katendo expecting you to finish an assignment, then I must give you the right tools. The right tools begins with the good management of human capital. How do you manage these people? What do they need? They need resupply. What kind of resupply do they need? Food resupply. What kind of food are they supposed to eat in those areas? Another thing, they need even entertainment. Mtu anapiga sherehe because umetoka pale, umepigwa leo, umepoteza watu kama watatu. So you need to come back. Another thing is I think the kind of guidance, counseling. We need the support, the government to give us support on guidance and counseling because most of the time unapata umetoka pale kuna PSTs, post-traumatic stress disorders, and you don't even know how to do about it. So you sit down somewhere and you blow your head off because of the challenges, because of now the environment is so tense within you and you don't know what to do. So we need those kind of support, those kinds of support, and that it's a very broad subject.
Now tell us about how now vile sasa nyinyi mnajicommit pale mnafanya kazi, maybe in your area of work, maybe have you ever been attempted maybe to shoot, ama have you ever found yourself in such situation?
Ndio umeamua kunikaanga. Yes, most of the time I found myself in those situations, especially in those areas that I've nimetaja. You will find yourself in those situations because you will find mtu ameamka mahali ako pale ameamua kupiga gari yenu yote risasi. What will you do in that situation? So utarudisha. So the thing is, in the enemy prone areas, this is the slogan, and these people are armed. Shoot before somebody shoots you. Those I'm talking about now, the terrorists and the bandits. Shoot at any cross range or whatever range that person is. Make sure umeondoa huyo mtu kabla haja kuondoa, because you need to kujitetea pia, because silaha ambayo umepewa na serikali unatakiwa kujitetea nayo, but now kuna mahali ya kujitetea na hiyo silaha na kuna mahali ingine pia yanao kwenda chini, because now you can't use maximum force. Maybe utumia heavy artillery weapon on the citizens. You can't do that. Huwezi kuja city center hapa upige bazooka ama upige RPG hapa. You can't do that. So when you come now, a police officer is well trained. I can say in terms of training they got a very, very vigorous kind of a training, and they are taught on the instances that you are supposed to use the maximum force, and there are areas that need you to use the minimum force.
Na alafu pia you've talked of the challenges you guys are going through. Now is the environment you guys staying in maybe penye mmepewa nyumba ama how is the environment?
Then most of the time we must agree on something. I really thank our citizens sana. Wanatuchongwana na hii manyumba yetu ya mabati sana. Wanauliza sasa kama unalala pale kiburi ni ya nini? There is something that our former president did, and I think that is the time I saw goodwill, political goodwill, in terms of in terms of at least trying to support the police officers. Na wakatuletea kitu inaitwa house allowance na commuter allowance. Hatujai kuwa na hizo vitu, although still when you compare the house rates right now zimepanda zaidi, but he engineered that thing with my former boss ambaye alikuwa anaitwa Inspector General Boynet. They engineered those things. That is my first time to see goodwill. That I can tell you, I can repeat here. It is my first time I saw goodwill. Because how do you, okay, let me explain that tin. I call it a tin. That tin as a method of fluctuating in terms of temperatures. So in the night it's very cold. So unaweza pawa na kifua ingine hujaipata hii dunia. In the morning and afternoon hours you can't sleep in that house. Unaona? So the housing department, we have stations zimejengwa sana. I was in a station in my home before I came to Machakos, inaitwa Mikindori police station. When you go to that station you will come to realize kuna nyumba nyingi sana until people even are not even like ni nyumba iko na ni self contained. Unaona, very many areas the government has reached out to construct these houses, but these tin houses, I think whoever came up with that idea is the most stupid person we will ever come across in the world. That is not the right house to put a person. Hata wewe din huwezi isha hapo. I'm telling you the truth. Alafu unapata mahali pengine at least thank God at least things are changing and venye the world is changing. I think we can change that atmosphere. It's not even cool at all. Ainanga anything. Sasa niambia you have a family, umeleta your wife there, maybe you are sharing that house. Unaona, moja anaishi side, mmoja anaishi side, na unajua now married people have to do their stuff. So now imagine that kind of an environment. Unaona, mnakoseana heshima. Unaweza amka asubuhi ya koriga kuuliza umeamua aje ndugu yangu. So at least let me sleep. So that environment is not the best. I really advocate for good housing. And I think the government what is doing right now, instead of kukata pesa yetu hii mnatuambia is for housing. Okay, then me, I don't want to go into details about the criticism I have on the government in terms of this housing program. But whoever came up with that idea is, I don't know how I can describe that person. Because police officers, why do you have to kuwakata mshahara because of housing program? You just build houses in the government rand ambayo iko the police station. So just build houses. Na utuambie kwa hiyo houses umejenga, we will be submitting monthly payment ukiishi pale ndani. Because you uko na house allowance, you will be paying 1,000 shillings or 2,000 shillings. So there will be more dignity sisi kuishi pale ndani in the station, kukuwa na nyumba mzuri, then ile pesa wewe uende ukitaka kujenga kwako then you establish kwako nyumbani. So saa hii najengewa nyumba yangu hata sijui iko wapi. This is not ignorance. This is the reality. Because if you are doing something commendable, that thing should speak about itself. Unaona, sio wewe ujigambe you are doing something. So hiyo tu hapo ndio housing.
Before today you ask, nataka kukuongezea hii because it's the same nini. You've talked of the okay, ni lazima ukae kwa hiyo nyumba ama you can look for other way ya kuishi. Alafu number 2, we've talked of the challenges you guys are facing. Now the beautiful part of being a police officer ni gani pia?
Okay, let's talk about this housing and not to exhaust. You have you can choose to find a house outside there, but imagine Nairobi umepatiwa 9,500. That is the amount of money you are supposed to pay na uko Central Police Station. Okay, tell me within the CBD utapata nyumba wapi ya 9,500?
Ngumu
kusema tu kweli. So if you have to live outside the station, itamaanisha uta have kwenda either interior frani, then your interior frani you have a commuter around or maybe 5,500. So now divide that money with the daily commute you will do. So unaona now the economy imeenda juu, the economy and the way of life imeenda juu. So I think it's high time even now to upgrade your officers. And I'll be happy if you can even upgrade them in my absentia when I'm not even in the service. I'll be so much happy because I've been a voice. But police officers, those are a very little thing about the housing. The beautiful part of being a police officer, you have powers and immunities. You have a lot of immunities, like powers, like nikikuja hapa nimevaa nguo, me I don't have to ask any person like niingie kwa theater. I can just get in and sit down. If I want to see any government representative person, naweza enda tu because of the ile nguo umevaa, because the insignia that you are in is a true reflection of authority. Unaona, kwa crown yangu, nimevaa boot yangu for protection, nimevaa nguo yangu rasmi. It's a represent authority. Unaona, but this authority most of the time has been misused. Another beautiful thing of being a police officer, another beautiful thing about being a police officer, you have the salary, the retro salary. The retro salary is another boost. You can use that salary to boost your life, either in business, in farming, or in other things. So there is that kapata ya mshahara. Another beautiful thing about police work, unakuanga tourist without knowing.
Leo umepelekwa wapi?
Leo uko Nairobi, kesho uko Isiolo. Unaona, uko Isiolo pia kuna ma-escort zinakuja, maybe Safaricom, watu wanataka kupeleka Mandera. So you know now you are transferring the country without you paying anything. Unaona, so una transfers the country, and that is the beauty of police work. I have another thing, police work opens you to a lot of people. So today I'm here courtesy of being a police officer because I made a video. If I didn't make that video, I could not have met Danny. I could not be in this. Nimetoka Radio Jambo. It's my first time to see Masawe Japani because I've never met Masawe. We are two different people in this world. But today we take a photo with Masawe Japani, courtesy of police work. So generally, even if we are criticizing a lot of things, there is a part of the police. There is the part of the police that has its beauty.
Okay. So, Afande, you've been like niseme for the past 2 days, 3 days umekuwa ukiongelelewa sana on social media. We want to know, how did you end up on social media, especially pale TikTok. Yeah, na haujakuwa huko sana tukifuatilia sana your page.
Page yangu iko na very limited videos. Okay, I've been this kind of a person. I'm a reserved person. Okay, you may see me talking, but ukinipata kwa kona ingine, I don't talk much. Like I'm just a very reserved person. I'm this kind of a person who can stay in the house quiet. I really love quiet environments. So naweza kaa kwa nyumba, and I love reading. So I like a lot of reading. So I do a lot of reading, research to vitabu twangu pale. So unaweza nipata, I'm always this kind of a reserved person. But this day, after the maandamano day, this maandamano before the 25th, it was not even maandamano, it was the arrest of Ojwang, Albert Ojwang. And the temperatures that come through at that time, niko job, ukiniangalia nimevaa hood, ni uniform nimevaa ndani because it was very cold and very misty. So nilikuwa nimevaa hiyo hood juu ya uniform. So niko pale nimetulia, there is a company tunachunganga mahali, nimetulia tu, and I felt from the bruise, me I can't even explain it, that make a video and condemn this thing. Unaona? So before even the Inspector General comes in to talk about it, already nikasikia now I need to take responsibility. Unaona? That is how I found myself in the social media, in TikTok, because 100% I felt like I need to condemn this act. There is this aspect of a person dying in police hands, and the environment that came after the maandamano and stuff. So I felt like I need to condemn that. Mi niliongea vitu zangu, niliongea ka clip kidogo kwa Facebook, nikasema this shenanigans who are doing police, I condemn police brutality, and I say not police brutality. Then I went to my TikTok. I didn't even know how to get live on TikTok or to do a video. So nagugu tu vitu zangu. So I did a video. It's a 10 sijui what minutes sijui seconds video. 10 minutes. Nikaifanya. So nikapost. Hey ndugu yangu. The moment I'm waking in the morning, I had 173 followers. Imeshoot to sijui 1000 sijui 2000. Nikaona kitu inaenda. Then messages that are coming, messages that Kenyans are congratulating you, messages. So sasa wakati niliona kitu imebro, nikasema let me make another video. Unaona? So I came with another video apologizing to Kenyans and trying to show them that you are our bosses.
Yes.
My friend, it went like mali lienda. We thank God for that. Then now in the process I've said a lot of things concerning Kipchumba, and I still continue to say he made a very reckless remark.
Yes.
About now if a person approaches a police station, no shoot, piga risasi. Nayo sasa nikasema guy, why should you talk such kind of nonsense aftermath of what has happened? There is a lot of vandalization that has taken place in the city center, in the CBT. There are a lot of people who have lost their business. There are police stations which has been touched. There are records that has been touched. And I want to be very clear and very categorical on this, that I don't support anything that comes with violence. Be it is coming from the civilian or it is coming from the police. I don't condone that. But now, as a person who is in power, you are supposed to have a lot of limitation in the things that you say. Unaona? Because kuna kitu utasema tena ilete ile maandamano tena. So now I've done this video. Woi. Hapo sasa ndio mambo. That is the time Dean contacted me. Because hapo sasa ndio nilikaa ni kama nimeguza sasa kidonda yenye ilikuwa inataka kupona. So ikabro.
Sasa ukiguza before uendelee kuguza Murkomen, ukianza kusema whatever he said it was wrong, no? Uko hapo ni kama mkubwa wako. Huku unaogopa kupoteza kazi.
Can I ask you something, madam? Is Kipchumba a semi-god?
No.
Who is he?
He's just a human being.
That's very correct. The power he is using right now, amepatiwa na nani?
Na Ruto.
No, you are wrong.
Na Mungu.
No.
Na nani?
Na the constitution. And the constitution ina represent nani? Wananchi, the Kenyans. So Kenyans have delegated their own Kenyans are the most powerful people on the planet. So they have delegated this power to this guy who comes from wherever he is coming from. And now he thinks he need to shit on every person. That is totally wrong. Unaona? And I don't think we are in good books with that guy because of matamshi yake na kiburi yake and chest thumping. I don't fear anybody.
What really pushed you? Because police
what pushed me ni ya kwamba unajua nguo ya kupewa utakiwa kuringa nayo. If Dean today has given me this airtime, it's not my station. So mimi kuringa hapa it's just stupidity. Unaona? So mimi natakiwa nikuja hapa, I follow the rules of this station. Unaona? And I admit ya kwamba it is consensual that we are doing this video. Unaona? So when people gives you power, so who do you need to respect? The people. Unaona? The people, the sovereignty of the people is the people who have this power. And they may or shall delegate this through their democratically elected leaders. As simple as that. He is a lawyer. So kwani alisoma law akaacha akili law school. That is so much unfortunate. So it pushed me to that extent.
Now before we go on of what really happened now after you guys coming out to share, kuna swali pale nilikuwa nataka kuuliza but nikasahau. Now wewe as a police, can someone hire you to go and guard him something, ama when you have been given an opportunity to ni pale?
There is a private hire of police. And then there is a channel that you have to follow for you to get the private hire or private use of police. It is well enshrined in the Police Service Act, ambayo inasema there are rules and regulations that involves that. So if you want a police officer from the station, most of the time tunafanyanga hii kazi, maybe it's a Chinese company that wants to be guarded, So they come into terms and they do the payment. There is a lot of money they submit to the government. The government pays us back. Unaona tunapata ile pesa. Maybe it's 1,500, another time 1,000 a day, hivyo. Unaona, so there is there's amount of money that comes in. Although now it's supposed to be higher than that. Unaona, but it's going through a lot of channels. So finally what comes to our hands, we thank God about that. It's a small part.
Kuna hii speculation to add on that, kuna speculation ya police officer are the worst paid people in the country. Is it true?
I need to substantiate this and I need it to be very clear that police officers, people comes in to say they are the worst paid. Not mainly the worst paid, but they are the most degraded people on the planet. Like nobody takes concern about them. Nobody even has a heart for them. So unaona. So when they are coming in, 100% sisi hatutaki kwenda demonstration na kusema haki yetu. But teachers will find themselves on the road all the time. Doctors the same thing. So if they want to vent out their frustrations, they will go on the street. But we have never gone on the street. So I think it's not much about being underpaid, although there is that aspect, we can't deny. Because a person who is right now in operation here and he is doing operation, how much amount of money do you think that person deserves? To make sure today, Dean, we are doing this live coverage in a very secure environment, courtesy of a police officer whom even the government uses and dumps at the end of the day. So I think we need to lift the morale of the police officers. There is no amount of money that will be enough for a police officer, but there is the better, that at least average. Unanielewa? Because me kikwangu, I believe a police officer is supposed to be going home. Police constable is supposed to be going home not less than 100,000. We are paying members of parliament akina Peter Sarasi kuruka juu ya gari na kufanya sarakasi. We are paying them $1 million prize. We are paying akina this guy called anaitwa Ngeno ama anaitwa nani? Ngeno. When this member of parliament who talks shit all the time. Unaona? We are paying people like akina Kamket who are saying that we will bring the bodies from guns. If you are paying those kinds of crooks, why don't you pay a police officer who is doing a lot of work? We have seen police officers who are losing their hands through things even they didn't create. Right now, we are having mandamano. After 25th, we had mandamano, but even we are not even aware who created this mandamano. So if you are paying these politicians like Beatrice Arachi to come and vomit on the media, then why don't you pay a police officer well? Ama kazi yao ni kwenda parliament na kuangalia mtu amevaa kitenge ya rangi gani. So just talk about a bill.
Ama hiyo asira mnafanyanga mnashoot nijua.
Unaona, most of the time, let me tell you this, the police service should have a system, a system that is so much organized in terms of the mental awareness of the police officers. Unaona, askari and the work that they are doing, imagine police officers and they are underpaid. They are not paid equivalent to what they do. And I think it is high time I become an ambassador of that they should be paid equivalent to their output. They are putting a lot of energy. Najua hata pia pale kushikilia hiyo kichaka that we are not experiencing terrorist attacks. You have seen how some years back it was very frequent that we see the Westgate. Unaona hizo vitu. So sometimes we sleep so well, we eat so well, we walk on this street courtesy of police officers. So they deserve some respect.
Na tukiangalia pale kwa maandamano kidogo, mahali kuna kuanga na sarakasi mingi sana. Maybe what happens to you if you found maybe your boss wenu akikuona pale una protest? What really happens now after that?
We have seen a case of Afande Deno. He was arrested. Majority okay. I want to clarify here. Abduction is not part of the law. What is supposed to happen to someone is arrest. And arrest, there are a right of an arrested person. Right to call a lawyer, right to know why they are being arrested, right to be even escorted to the station they are going by their relatives, right to cash bail and if it's a bearable thing, and right even to be produced before the court of law. for judgment. So there is an aspect of abduction. Abduction is a criminal activity, and it's supposed to be condemned with the outermost, the most harsh words possible. There is no police officer who is entitled to do this nonsense of abduction. And I think this is one area we need to come out clean, who is doing these abductions. Because if there are criminal elements who are doing these abductions, they are supposed to face the law. And if it is a police officer who is doing this abduction, then the National Police Service should come out very clean and subject those people to the lawful procedure, which is you face prosecution because you are doing something contrary to the law. And we need to know that everything that you do contrary to the law is a criminal offense. So now the magnitude will depend on what you have done. The magnitude of the offense. It will depend on them na kitu umefa. If you have killed something, that is the highest penalty you will get on that is life imprisonment. What if you have assaulted someone? Even before going to the court of law, you are supposed even to bargain about it with your accuser. Si ni kweli? We can talk, nimwambia day man ilikuwa chupa 2-3 tulipita pale. Although I don't drink. Mimi napiganga chai yangu tu, mimi chai kanyama, those are my things. Na maji na zoezi na kupenda Mungu. But now if unaona now the magnitude of the crime committed. So kuna this part that we need to get it very light, especially on maandamano. And my boss is ameniona kwa maandamano. Dim, I want to tell you something. Before I became a police officer, I was a human being first. And professionally I'm a police officer, professionally. But according to the nature, I am a human being. So I was this nature before I became professionally this. You are not a media personality, you are a dim. You are a person. So now the media personality aspect comes in due to what you are doing. So we tend to call you a teacher. But generally you are not a teacher.
I'm not.
Lord. So I think before I became what I am today, I was this. So what happens is just a twist of the mind, then nikavalishwa uniform. So kama venye watu wanasema ukiuliza uniform inasema aje, ni uniform iko ndani ya mwili yangu. So the moment I get out of this uniform, I'm just a citizen. Unaona, right now there are those regulations, nini, non-partisan, so not supposed to go to joining itaka kama mutiny and stuff, but they will have nothing to charge you about because that is your freedom of expression. Because the Bill of Rights does not exclude the police officers, although there shall be rights that will be limited to you because of the assignment you are into the government.
Na pia tunataka uongelee ndugu zako because wengine wameogopa kukuja out kuongelea. Maybe mkiwa pale kwa maandamano, what is this one thing maybe you like the government or rather your boss to consider while kwa kazi pale kwa maandamano?
Maandamano, I have a very teary spirit, a spirit that is full of tears because of what maandamano has cost. You know, before citizens goes on the street, the government should hear them as a very fast. Yani they are supposed to prevent even that maandamano at whatever cost. Yani wao wamesikia watu wanasema ni one term, waulize hii one term watu wanasema ni kwa nini wanasema. So there should be immediate response even before people gather to the street, that now tumekubali kukuja kwa ground kuwasikiza. So nyinyi mnangojea mpaka kitu ina pile up, watu wanaenda kwa street. What do you expect when a million people are on the street? Bearing in mind wajazaliwa na mama mmoja ama baba mmoja. So pale utapata kuna mtu amekuja pale na intentions zake tofauti. Amesema ile shop ya dim, mimi nataka nichukue pale kama laptop 5. No, they are target now. They are attacking because 100% this environment has escalated to an extent that even now the peaceful demonstrators are not even expressing their grievances. So imeingilia watu wengine now with different intentions. Bearing in mind the society we are living in a society whereby we have a lot of mixed colors of different people. People who are doing a lot of things. So akipata opportunity ya kuiba ataiba. Unaona? So mimi, this is what I advocate for. Before even the government allows people to go on the street, please can we hear them? Tuache kiburi. Tuache kiburi ingine akina sijui rid of majority hapa. Akina Kimani Ichung'wah. People chase them all the time as if they are semi-gods. At least tuache hiyo kiburi. Unaona? Tuseme kama ni finance bill. Unaona hiyo shida yetu tuko nayo ilianza na finance bill. If the finance bill was the problem, then let's suspend it. Should we ban the nation because someone wants taxes? We should not ban the country because we want taxes. Okay, you suspend the finance bill and tell people this is what I will be able to do. Because sasa hakuna pesa mingi na nyinyi msi expect vitu mingi. People will just be comfortable kutembelea mabarabara zao za matope. Unaona? But you are not supposed to force something to the throat of people. Because 100% you want taxes. And these taxes unataka the previous regimes hazijaonyesha accountability. So before them I ask you for 1,000, I should show you what I've done with my 500 shillings. So this is what we expect from the government. Unaona? Don't allow people to come on the street. Hear them out before even they come on the street. You have the National Intelligence Service. They're supposed to tell you what is happening. You have security advisors. They're supposed to tell you what is happening on the ground. Well, Dim, saa hii usikia watoto yako kwa nyumba. Sorry, I don't know if you are married. Wacha nitumie mimi. Nisikia watoto yangu leo wameamua atukuli. There is a day niliamuka nikapata. Okay, my son came and said, "Mom, today I don't want to take porridge." Na tunajua health benefits za kukunywa hiyo porridge. So you have to bargain. Why are you not taking porridge? Akasema for this and this and this reason. So the reasons zake zikakuwa varied. So now you go and take tea what you want. That is how the government is supposed to be governed. That's how people are supposed to be governed. Hear them. What do they want? Kuna mahali wewe dim unataka kuwajengea super highway. Nao tu hawataki super highway, wanataka stima peke yake. So wewe wafikishie stima tu, achana vitu zingine na hii majigambo ingine. There are places people need boreholes. They don't need to hear about ati barabara zimetengenezwa. Tutengenezee boreholes za gamia zetu kukunywa maji. You understand that? So a government should first of all respect the feelings and the emotions of the people. So if this government ilisikia hii watu, I swear in the name of God, saa hii hatungekuwa tumepoteza watu kama akina Rex Masai. Saa hii hatungekuwa tumepoteza watu kama Albert. Saa hii hatungekuwa tumepoteza mtu kama Boniface. Unaona? So and a police officer who does not feel the pain of these people, I think you are dead. And you should be buried, or a reader, any other reader who does not feel the pain of these things that are happening. It is me today, Dean. Tunasema ukisikia matanga kwa mwenzako, wewe wacha kucheka because the next itakuwa ni kwako. Unaona? So the government hear these people out before even they come on the street. Another thing, if they come on the street, okay, Dean, is a young lady here, is a young man here who is a journalist. They are just doing their TikTok videos. So bibi saa hii nataka hata me followers na likes. Me I'll join you in your dancing. I don't have even to beat you with vitu nimeona zikipiga watu because you are doing nothing unlawful. But the outermost condemnation should come in when goons are involved, because now politicians pia wana play cards, wanaleta hizi goons. If a person is found vandalizing any property, he should be dealt with the law, but not by killing, by presenting them before the court of law. Unaona them. So during maandamano, this is what I want even the government to do. First of all, prevent this even before it comes to the street. Here these people, wasikizeni, mulienda karibu, mko karibu kuwaosha miguu the moment you needed their vote. Why don't you go on the grassroots and hear what they are saying? Si wanasemanga sikiza crowd. Crowd saa hii ndio hiyo saa basi inaimba one time. I don't know what one time means. But I will find another. Dimu utani explain after this meeting kuniambia what. Nasema tu because I feel that is what my people is saying. Hata mtoto wao kwa juba anasema one time. Baba unasema nini one time? Sasa I'm just wondering. One time, what does that mean? I'm not even aware. Na food. Wao wanapewa food. Oh, most of it. Let me tell you this. This is something I want to do. Can the government start treating police officers as state officers? Can they stop treating police officers as dogs? Mtu wako na maandamano naletea mkate na maziwa. Does even that make sense? So there should be special allowances for people in maandamano, especially police officers and ambulance standby. Ukiumia unapelekwa hospitali, unaona, medical personnel, unaona. Those are the kind of the things we need to see on those streets, even if people are coming from maandamano. And there is a big difference between demonstration and rioting.
Okay, so let's know, how is your security? How is your life right now? Are you safe? Are you okay? Ama umepata threats kadhaa uanze kuongea this story? And also, what's your end goal with what you're doing right now? We want to know maybe the way forward.
Let me say that when I was coming out, this is not something I intended to do. Me, I believe it is the voice of God that came through. God tu naamini ni God, because kama ningekuwa activist ungeniona kutoka kitambo. But I've been quiet. Sijawahi kuwa nikiongea, unaona. But what made me that night to do that video? It is God who moved my spirit. Unaona, ni God mazali move my spirit.
The prayers of the others.
The prayers of others. Unajua, there is a time that comes when someone must speak.
Sure.
And there is a time that must come. The nation is so much important, more than our careers, more than our political levels, more than our money and everything. The country comes first. I will be judged very harshly by God if I was in this nation and I didn't speak out and condemn things that are happening. Unanielewa? So God took me over and I spoke. That one, when I have all the confidence and I'm not fearing anything. Yes, there are threats. Rudi kazi, we're supposed even to terminate your off, nini. There are threats. And I want to say, like I've said in Radio Jambo, or like the life of a person belongs to God. If you feel like you need to take me out, then it's okay. If saying one time means you coming for me, then it's fine. If saying that the tyrannical government should just go, we don't want dictatorship kind of government. If saying that, then you will come for me, kindly please present me before the court of law for judgment, and the magistrate will determine if I'm innocent or not. Unaona? My life is not as safe as you see it, because I've been in the system. Now you can imagine coming out to speak against the system you have been serving for those years. And this is the time you are coming, and knowing that the system you are loving right now is very ruthless. So what I'm expecting and I'm praying God for is for the best, and God to give me grace to continue speaking for the people. Mi kitu siogopi saa hii, kitu ya kwanza siogopi kabisa ni kufutwa kazi. Kitu ya pili siogopi kabisa ni kifo, because I know my life is in God's hands. Na nimeambia you, God take control, let me speak. So it is in danger all the time, because there are people. Saa hii nimeguza mahali ya kuja kuwa kumeguzwa. Unaona, these are ni zile tunaitanga virgin grounds.
Yeah, virgin grounds.
So when you touch them, kutakuwa na response, or they will respond. But Hiram is a man that has been born without fear. Unaona, I've been born without fear. Bearing in mind, I lost my two parents. My mother in 2017 and my dad on last year. And they have taught us well, because we are a big number in our family. They have taught us well. And even the Holy Book says, the truth will set you free. If you want to take me, like what Cain did to Abel. Abel just hakufanya kitu mbaya. Then imagine Abel just offered a righteous sacrifice before God because of the purity of the heart. And imagine Cain akakuwa offended of that. Unajua pale Cain was not supposed even to be offended. He was supposed to come back and ask Abel, kwa nini Mungu amereceive your sacrifice? What have you done? So the Abel angemwambia offer this and this and this. So hata sacrifice yake ingekuwa received. Unanielewa? So if the system today feels like I'm a threat and my sacrifice has been received, let them ask me what I'm doing right. And if they find me taking me out, then my blood will be spilled, but it will cry throughout.
And how about your wife? Is she okay No, lazima kuwe na ile wasiwasi
reaction ya wazazi,
reaction ya familia. I can truly say that these things if there is a place you may touch me and get the worst part of me is the part that concerns me most. That's why I want them to be off these things, the things I'm doing. I don't know how I can explain to my son that this is what I'm doing. Hawezi elewa sahi. But in the future, he will come and sit down and say, hey, Daddy was in this YouTube channel. Let me check what Daddy was speaking and what Dad was advocating. For my wife, pia singetaka uzishwe ama ingia kwa this thing because kuna mahali I'm concerned. She is far away from this and I want her to be far away on this. Sitaki auzishwe na hizi vitu anywhere. Unaona? But for me, I'm good to hit the road.
Like reaction now, reaction kukuja pale kuongea.
Okay, reaction yenye ilikuja is like I have become a topic of discussion. Maybe even my sisters are worried. What will happen? Like, are you safe? Just take care of yourself. Are you safe? Hata watu sahi nikikuonyesha my phone is like, are you safe? Kwanza kuna time wamenipigia hapa nikakuwa sionekani, like nimepata missed calls karibu 20 kupanda. Are you safe? Unaona? Because people Kenyans are beautiful people.
Yes.
They are most lovable people. You can fall in love with Kenyans. Ukitaka ku fall in love with Kenyans is very simple. Just love them. Talk to them nicely. Imagine let me give you the reaction yenye imekuja, reaction ile kubwa ni ya kwamba even my show was raised to me. She is alive. I think now she is going to 90 years. Alinipigia asubuhi. She is like, Jesus. Where are you coming from? Because you have not seen a person coming out in this manner. Wewe umetokea side gani? Unaona? But nikamwambia shosho nitakuwa sawa. And whatever you are doing, just be careful and take good care of yourself. And I think Kenyans are doing that for me. They are checking. They are really checking on me. You have been doing that yourself. They are checking on me sana. How are you? You okay? You good? My colleagues here, I have colleagues, although I have a very small circle of colleagues, because your colleague is not your friend.
Yes.
But those who have qualified to be my friends are checking on me. I have another boss of mine, anaitwa Dave Major. He is just a very smart person. I have my cousin Pia, anaitwa Kathurima Pia. He has been doing that. He is a DCI officer. I have a lot of people are coming in and they are checking on me, and I'm happy.
So maybe to your fellow police officers wenye wanafanya tu vituko, yani they don't care about people's life and like whatever happened to Boniface Kariuki. You saw Bona sijui mara wanasema aliongea kitu, hata tukiangalia video dini ulisikia mahali alikuwa anaongea. So what message you have for your colleagues yenye maybe una feel, because as for you Wakenya wanakuombea sana and I know maombi ya Wakenya ndio inakuprotect,
ndio inanisustain. That is very true.
Hiyo ndio inakusustain right now. So ni message gani ungependa kuongelesha wenzako, colleagues wenzako?
This is the message that I want to send out there through this channel, through this channel, my friend up, that if you take a life by the sword, yours will be taken out by the sword.
Sure.
There is something that stabilizes the morality of men. It is the doctrine of the word of God. That is where now you find whatever you do, you have to face that karma yourself. So when you are going out, I know there are great men in the service, very great men. Men who have understanding, men that then wachana na hapa kusema ati sisi tumesoma. There are people who come here and talk and you'll be amazed. Unaona? But I want to talk to the log ones. And this is my message to you. If the law will not catch up with you, citizens will catch up with you. Because these people, we are just 90,000 police officers. How many citizens do we have? Million. Close to 55, 57, 58 million. So minus the 8,000. So when they mean to come for you, you individually. Na citizens know the log ones. Watakujia wewe hata waguza mtu mwingine. Unaona? They will come for you. Unaona? So what I want to say is that change is inevitable. We are in 21st century. things have changed. Police work imechange. Wewe si change tu, kwani shinde kwa wapi? You just change. Unaona, nimepata na a young Ruto from Nairobi University hapa. Kanapiga tu TikTok yake. So just greet her and appreciate how beautiful she is. Na tupige mastori zetu and we go home. I have met a a young man who is doing their TikTok videos. Na ako pale anashoot vitu zake ama amejituma kwa kazi zake, anajaribu kuwaso kwa town. Kwa nini nimwangaisha man? So let that person be. And by the way, kitu askari wanatakiwa wajue, the government is treating us harshly. All doesn't know who is who. The only president drawing the line is on the political crisis. So wacha vitu mingi and stuff. Just love other people. If you get a chance to be in these channels, come. Ukiwa na kitu ambia hata Dean, kuja you cover this for me. I'm going through this and this and this. Anaweza fanya ile hidden kind of voice talks na hata kusaidia. Unaona? And this goes to the media body, the media, whichever media body you are working into. Most of the time, even coming to our stations, at least just like talk to us. Sometimes tunaenda through a lot, and we are the channels where we can voice out our problems.
Now maybe tukiendelea kumaliza, I want to know yourself, the painful part kwa hii kazi yako, ulipofika mahali it was hard for you, which okay, hii ni moment gani yenye ulijipata kwa situation yenye ilikuwa hard sana?
The most painful moment in my career is when I lost my colleague, a good friend of mine, through risasi. That was hata kuwa ameserve for 2 years, so hata kuwa amekula mshahara for so long, and we lost him in, I think that is the most painful moment. We lost him in a very bad environment. Another moment came in when Erande was attacked. Our military officers were attacked. That becomes still the darkest moment in my life. Another darkest moment in my life is the Garissa University attack. That became another darkest moment kabisa in my life. And another thing that became now the worst is the Westgate attack. Those are terrorist attacks. And because I've lost a lot of people through terrorism, I think terrorism has created a lot of dark memories for me. Because mpoteza watu through explosives, through attacks, through bullets. That is the most darkest part of my life. And now as we proceed on, that the most darkest period has become in these mandamanos. Because this is a time we have lost very potential people who have a heart for God, people who have a heart for the nation. And losing a life like that still is another thing that I can say mi uniguza kwa roho yangu, because if I am in a position, even if you are armed and I am in a position at least to maim you, ukatwe mguu moja but you are alive, I could be so happy, because at least I've saved a life. Police service is about saving life, it's not about taking life. So those have been my darkest moment.
The happiest one?
The happiest moment,
lazima kukuwe na ile ulienjoy ukafurahia kabisa.
The happiest moment was my graduation day when I was passing out. It was the most happiest day, because that is the first day I received a hug from my dad. He has never hugged me. Hiyo ndio hug yangu ya kwanza from my dad. Na hata hakuni hug vizuri, ni ile hakunirusha hivi na haraka. It was the most happiest day. The happiest day in my life is when I enjoyed my first salary in the service. Nilipiga sherehe tu mahali. And I thank God it was the most happiest moment of my life.
Some of the things that you've learned throughout all this, hizi stories zote za maandamano, killing and whatever, and also you standing out and speak about it, umejifunza nini?
Kitu nimejifunza ni ya kwamba life is very precious. Life then is very precious. Please, kindly, I want to speak to people outside there. Don't take life. Life is very precious. Life is very precious. and you can't know this unless this thing happens to you. For us as a family, losing our dad, I think ili to disorganize, and I have a sister of mine that ikitu ilimuuma sana because that life was normal. No, it was everything to us. It was everything. I have even sisters of mine who has never recovered out of that. And that is the time nimeanzia kurealize so life is so precious. So don't take life. Don't take life of your spouse. Don't take life of your girlfriend. As a police officer, don't take life of an innocent citizen. As a citizen, you have the civil responsibility not to attack a police officer. No, don't attack anybody. Don't be the reason why afande leo atarudishwa nyumbani akiwa maiti, like the one who was shot in Thika. Unaona, you see the incidents. So please, kindly, let's not take life. Let's protect life.
Wow. Tumalize na hii basi on my side since umekuja out kuongelea wenzako, wewe mwenyewe pia you have an end goal. People have learned something from you and let us know kuna ile situation yenye ukikuja ufanya kitu mbaya wanakutuma kama vile walifanya afande Deno, walimtuma huko juni Garissa ama wapi. When it comes to your side wakupatie ile transfer uende place kama hiyo, will you go?
Okay, one thing that I know right now, any transfer you'll release from your end, they will release with Maris. Because they want like now to be felt along the way ya kuvictimize moto. But it will still be another wonderful adventure doing a TikTok video from Turkana. Doing a TikTok video from Mandera with a good friend of mine who is a sheikh. Unaona, it will still be very adventurous. I will be so much happy to go and serve in those areas because the route that I took, I will serve every Kenyans within the territories of this nation, in every corner of this nation. So if I go to Ramu, nitapiga mastori zangu huko. When I go to Tana River, nitapiga story zangu huko. Nikienda anywhere, but ni vile tu nitajua nafanywa hivi because I've spoken. But there is another positive thing about it. Why don't the National Police Service take advantage? They can take advantage of this voice and make use of it. Unaona, they have spokespersons who never speaks anything. So they can come in and develop a National Police Service media platform whereby we engage our citizens and know what they want. So they can take advantage of that. Unaona, they can take advantage of this voice. It is coming out. Then bring in akina Dean, akina other specialists who will team up, form a National Police Service media platform. Now we start engaging and giving information to the citizen accurately. Unaona, instead ukuje waambie media ati mtu aligogwa na ukuta. It is not even making sense because I add up. Unaona, so unakuwa uko kwa hiyo station uko na communication specialist who will brief you 100% what has happened. So the moment you are reading a script to the media and talking to the citizens, they will buy what you are saying. So they have a choice on the table. Right now nimekuwa pale na itaitwa hapa na pale. So they can take advantage of that. I can be a good brand ambassador for them.
Lakini unajua Kenya wengine wamesema why should you continue talking? So resign
tumalize hii maneno. Let me tell you another thing. I was not employed I was not employed through the back doors. I was employed by God, by the grace of God. If God says the time has come for me to quit and say, God will talk to me. Unaona, if God says now this is the time for you to do something, can we say that let's see how these things go forward. This is a very little boy who has been born. There is a lot of mentorship that will come through. There is a lot of winning that will come through for me. But I can't say even about the future a lot because mtoto mdogo si unajua stages za mtoto venye zinakuwa. But I say that if they find it worth, then nimekwambia tena, if they find it worth to push from their end and move me out of the service, I'll be the happiest man. I've been away for so long from my family, so be sleeping closer to my family still.
Lastly, from my end, because this story yote inatoka from above, hata hizi stories zote za kutokusikiza wa Kenya. What message you have for government, for our president and wale wote wako kwa hiyo gava? Yes,
this is the message I have for these people who thinks they are, these people, they don't know they don't have any power. They think they are powerful, but they are the most powerless people because the power is with the people. Unaona, so kitu nataka kuambia ni ya kwamba listen to the people, kindly listen to the people. Tafadhali sikiza watu, sikizeni watu. Unaona, listen to the people, at least sikiza watu and listen to the people. The people's voice are the most important. Your employers, they have employed you. Listen to them. Wasikizeni. After you are done kuwasikiza, then 100% you will know where the crowd is going. So watu waache kuchest thump, waache kupiga makifua. Kindly listen to the people. It will not cost you anything. Wasikize. Na mkikataa kuwasikiza tu, ni hivyo mnasikia crowd ikisema tu ni one time. Because these people, their voices is very strong. So if they are saying one time, there is a way out on this one time. The only way out is, I don't know if even if you listen right now, they will change their minds. But according to the situation right now, wao umekataa kuwasikiza. But then the gyms will come, the politicians will come, that will be elected. Kindly listen to the people. That's my
na Kenya wamesupport.
Kenyans, thank you so much. Kenyans, thank you so much. Big up to every person wherever they are. Big up to people in Nairobi, big up to people in Marsabit, big up to people in every corner of this nation, the 8 provinces, Rift Valley, Eastern, Central, Northeastern. Big up so much. Thank you for giving me this platform. You are the reason why I'm sitting here today. So ile kitu mtafanya tu ni kumfollow so much, talk to me, engage me. I'm good at replying messages. I am good at communicating with the people. So ikinishinda niko na maybe nitaweza kutafuta mtu wa kunisaidia how to reply these messages. But if you have a case that is boiling in your mind, kindly talk to me. Kindly talk to me. If you have a problem, I don't have a lot of resources, but I can mobilize resources. Please talk to me. If you are going through a lot right now and you don't have someone who is coming through for you, then I wish you can talk to me. Big up Kenyans, I love you so much. Na tena narudia, Kenyans Kenyans are the most lovable and beautiful people you'll ever come across. So wanasema viva one time, I don't know the truth about it. Mimi ni Dina amesema ni vitu zimeletwa kwa kinywa changu. Unaona, so nikisema tu okay, there is nothing about one time na nini. Unaona, so let people not create a narrative in it. It is one time. That is how things are. That is how my social media handles. Facebook ni Hiram Kimathi. Instagram ni Hiram. My Instagram nimekwambia, Twitter ni Hiram Kimathi. TikTok ni Hiram 1 Kenya. My Twitter handles mkienda mtaangalia mbona zimekaa tu, narushanga tu mistari ya neno ya Mungu huko zimekaa. But right now they are like every person is trying to bring everything up, to talk to you, to engage me. If you find my videos, share. Another thing I want to say, I have not opened any pay bill or till number. Kindly, please, don't be founded by those fraudsters. Sijambia, sijafungua anything, but my number is on my bio. If you want to reach out to me, that is my number. Talk to me. And nilisema mufeel kuniita any name that you feel comfortable. Unaweza niita Fande Kim, unaweza niita Kim, unaweza niita Hiram. Another name, unaweza niita my dance name Justice. You can call me any name. So big up to my people in Meru. I love you so much. Nataka kusema tu, we are one people. We don't know tribes. One love. One people, one love. That is what I want to say.
Okay, Afande, thank you so much for your time. We're humbled to have you here like for almost an hour. We can't take that for granted. May God bless you. Na thank you for speaking on behalf of other officers when hawezi ongea. Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Me and Dean, we are so happy. Na we hope that next time bado tutakutafuta na utapatikana.
Ni sawa. Hata sijashukuru Dean. Mimi harusi mahali yote inaanguka. I love food. So thank you so much, Dean, for this platform. You became the first person to contact me for an interview. There's another girl who has contacted me. I think I'll give her the platform. Pia, Meuliza. Okay, if Kenyans makes you a celebrity, remember to be a celebrity for them.
Yes.
If Kenyans gives you money, be a very responsible person. If Kenyans are checking on you, check on them. So whatever they are giving me, I'll give back 100%. And that is how life is. So for today's this platform and this media group, Mungu ambariki sana. Awapatie mafollowers wengi. Mwenda pale mkigonga hii mnapata million plus.
Amen.
Mnakuwa still with a lot of influence.
Mungu akubariki.
Amen.
Abariki kazi yako.
Asante sana.
Vile tumesema tu harusi ikikuwa pia tuite. Thank you so much.
Karibuni sana.
All right, thank you guys.